Sports fans, help us by going over to DraftKings to play in their daily fantasy league. If you deposit a mere $3, you'll get that credited back to you, and tomorrow's prize pool is $100,000. Almost 8,000 people will win money, so head on over and put your lineup down. Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to BBallBreakdown. The thing about the playoffs is that one run can decide the game. Unfortunately for the Bulls fans, the Cavaliers' run lasted the entire first quarter. They lit the defense up for 38 points, held the Bulls' offense to 18, and the game was never really in doubt after that moment, even though the Bulls outscored the Cavs the next three quarters. I'm going to show you what happened in that first quarter and who the main culprits were on the Bulls side, particularly Pau Gasol, and whether or not Coach Thibodeau is going to have to readjust his lineups and his minutes. Perhaps we should have known the Bulls were in for a disaster of a first quarter after running this well-conceived set with Butler setting a ball screen, then getting a double staggered back screen, which gets him wide open for the alley-oop. Dunleavy's pass was way off, which is hard to do when you're throwing it to a guy who can practically hit his head on the rim. The Bulls contain this nicely with ice, but Pau just gets manhandled by the stronger Mozgov, and Pau has no fight in him. The Bulls run some motion into Horns, and when Noah gets it at the high post, LeBron goes for the dribble pitch fake, and Dunleavy gets the reverse layup when Thompson is slow coming down off of Gasol. The Bulls successfully caught Cleveland in an unnecessary switch by LeBron, but when Rose jump passes across court, Shumpert reads it like a defensive back. Then watch how LeBron leads the break, takes two Bulls with him, and kicks to the gorgeous hop three as reward to the guy who stole it. LeBron comes down on the left side and totally travels on this catch, particularly when he slides that left foot. The refs miss it, and Pau is completely ineffective in his challenge of this nice sweeping right hook. The Bulls have been reluctant to double team LeBron in the post all series, but here comes Noah on a blind double from the baseline. He gets their refraction too late, nice step through finish to the right side. Then something curious happens 4 minutes into the game. LeBron looks exhausted and takes himself out of the game. The game wasn't that fast paced, so it was unclear what got him so winded. Turns out LeBron was cryogenically frozen, woken up by Princess Leia disguised as Bosch, not to be confused with the Andorian soldier Chris Bosch, and put back in the game. As is just about always the case, you miss a layup like Rose does when he tries to extend his steps, jumping out and not up. You give up a layup to LeBron James, whose eyesight had been restored and looks like an X-Wing making the Death Star trench run, and getting this debatable, but with no replay, foul call. The Cavs have already taken control of this game with a 12-point early lead, and LeBron drives a stake into the Bulls' heart with this left block post-up. Taj correctly rotates over, Dunleavy bumps over to cover for his man. This allows LeBron to hover in the air, survey the scene, before making a pass to the corner. Shump has to hop into it to help make the pass more accurate, and while Dunleavy offers a great contest, Shumpert connects. Even on their most common set called Hawk, after the double down for Heinrich and Rose Gasol ball screen on the left side, Pau needs to shoot this instead of throw it away. This allows the LeBron Locomotive Express to steam down the court for free throws. The Bulls try Hawk again, this time with Butler slipping under the hoop, but he drops the pass out of bounds. I think at this point the Bulls knew it was not going to be their night. With Noah not there to protect the rim, this gamble by Butler isn't a good decision, as Pau Gasol can't do anything to stop LeBron from the layup. Next, the Bulls wanted to make the Cavs pay for putting James Jones in at power forward. Rose ignores the opening to feed him, decides to create off the dribble, and Pau misses the kind of shot he hit easily in Game 1. In one of the only defensive possessions where Pau did something positive, he deflects the alley-oop pass to Perkins, depriving us of some potential comedy of Perkins trying to actually make this shot. But Derrick Rose's pass is woefully inaccurate and cost them a chance for a clean layup at a time they needed it most. The Cavs then do a stagnant pick and roll with Delly and LeBron, getting LeBron a 6-second stare down of Butler before pulling the jumper in his face. Finally, the Bulls get the ball down low to Taj against Jones. Gibson takes his time and hits the easy turnaround jump hook. After all the lucky shots the Bulls nailed in Game 1, we didn't see any from either team in Game 2 until Dellavedova gets this pull-up double pump running floater. The Bulls then ran a really interesting set, one where I think Taj was on the wrong side to start, as you can see Pau motioning to him to go to the left elbow. As a result, Gibson's screen is a bit muddled, but the real action is the hammer screen from Pau Gasol for Hinrich, which frees him up for the wide open corner 3. The Cavaliers again go to a stand-around isolation for LeBron on the left side, and he hits another jumper in Gibson's face. The Bulls attack with a Butler-Pau pick and roll, and while there's a little traffic, Gasol just blows this simple layup. It seemed clear to me Pau should not have played the whole quarter, as these last 2 minutes were awful for him. On the LeBron ISO again, Gibson rotates over to double, Brooks correctly rotates across, and when Pau's man cuts, Hinrich picks him up, leaving Pau to pick up Kyrie. However, he simply doesn't pick up anybody, and while it would have been scary to see him try and guard Kyrie in the perimeter, he needed to at least get a hand up on this 3-ball. The Bulls look to take advantage of the statue guarding Pau Gasol, but it takes a few extra seconds to get him the ball. A nice face-up move looked promising up until the point where he just drops the ball out of bounds. Another 9-second isolation on the right side by LeBron, and as the shot clock winds down, Pau comes over to double, since there shouldn't have been enough time for LeBron to make a pass and the Cavs to get a shot off. However, great skip pass, Gibson doesn't stay with his man completely, and the Cavs barely get this off in time, but it's all net. And the icing on the cake for the Cavs is this high pick and roll involving Pau Gasol, who actually looks to have played this perfectly, gets another very debatable foul call, the ref indicating Pau hit him on the head. Of course, TNT did not show a replay of this, and from our angle, we can see no contact to Kyrie's head. So there you have it, sports fans, some really intriguing storylines. I'm pretty sure that Coach Thibodeau will not be able to play Pau Gasol 12 straight minutes at any time in any of the games going forward. He just gets tired, can't perform. Derrick Rose did not have an extra day of rest before Game 2 and didn't shoot well, didn't play that well. He will have more rest and they'll be at home for Game 3, so that'll be a big storyline as well. It looks like this is going to be going back and forth, probably to a Game 7, and we all know what happens in a Game 7. The home team almost always wins. So keep your eye on all those things and more, and don't forget, at BBallBreakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?